This is not live,
No,
be a
it's not.
satellite or nothing.
No, it's
Okay,
not.
all right. I have a mission. And my train is on schedule. This is not very comfortable to talk about for some reason. So I only write when I feel like I have something to say. I am still an artist and I'm still sensitive about my. Still, to this day.
You were just honored with the Icon Award from CDFA. What does it mean to you to get that type of honor, knowing that we've looked at you as an icon for so long already?
Oh, it's cool. I mean, it's a beautiful honor, you know. I love what I do. I love creating. It's my life source. It's my therapy. It's my husband. It's my duality. You know, what I wear expresses who I am the most in the most authentic way. And authenticity is the biggest energy, the most magnetic. It means a lot to be celebrated as a fashion icon because I express myself most clearly through the way I dress. The way I approach life has a lot to do with what I've chosen to wear or how I've chosen to show up. Yeah, and that expression is sometimes very contagious to others. It has been for a long time, but nobody really said anything. Yeah. It's kind of understood, but sometimes you want someone to say something. No one said anything. And somebody said something. I was like, oh, wow. I was so happy about it. Blushing. Yeah.
In terms of, awards and recognitions, do those mean anything to you? Because you strike me as somebody who doesn't put all your eggs in those types of baskets.
It is really good that you've asked that because this is what I'm dealing with right now. I am just now feeling accomplished enough to celebrate myself. Yeah, over all this time. Everybody who knows me, my family team, I don't like surprise parties and things, those kind of things. I don't even have any trophies or awards out in the house, those kind of things, because it was cool, but, for some reason, we have this thing where we feel like imposters for some reason. All of us, at some point. Woody Allen said in the film, I wouldn't be a part of any club who wanted me as a member. Get it? Yeah, sometimes we don't really see ourselves the way others see us, and we can't. I wear, like Dick Gregory said, a special pair of goggles, and I can only see the way I see. And I can't take them off for them on anyone. So you just have to get over it if you don't see the same way. It's okay. As long as you stay on your course. And that course includes values, integrity, kindness, severity if needed. Yeah. And meaning.
What's your relationship with the title of icon and so many other attributes that so many give you?
People like me, I guess, who are creators and want to also be exhibitionists are competitive, and we treat our art as a sport, in some instances. You have to be motivated by something. And you have a goal, or you have a mission, and you want to reach the end of it, Any creation or work of art is kind of like that. So if you're an artist who wants to be in the industry of art, then you'll take all of those things, the losses and the accolades. You take everything that comes with it. It's hard work because it can't be faked. You've earned it if you've got it.
Have you been able to see throughout the years your fashion influence, not just on the general public, your fans, but other artists too? Because a lot of times we think we see it, but
I do see it. I see it. I see it as clearly as Shaka Khan sees her influence on me. It's, you know your things. Yeah, I know when I see it.
then what does style and fashion mean to you?
Style and fashion, the two different words. I have the most typical answer. Fashion is a trend, what comes and goes. Style is something that cannot be bought or sold or created. It's in you, not on you. That's what style is. Fashion can be put on you only.
In terms of, I guess, your evolution of fashion, like how would you describe it throughout the years?
It's the same silhouette, but different pieces or different adornments, different amulets, different talismans. Those are only useful for a period of time for an artist like me. So I have to renew them. But I still like the same silhouettes. Yeah. It's what I'm aesthetically attracted to. And consequently, it is what I need, apparently. Yeah.
Need. Why need? That's an interesting word.
In order to move through this world the way I do, I need this hat. I'm not only aesthetically attracted to it, but it's very good for energy sourcing, helping me to navigate through my day because I can't be contaminated or interfered with. It's what I believe. That's how my energy works. So when I have the covers and the crowns, I feel like I can move freely. And it's a placebo example of what keeps me going, what keeps me motivated, what keeps me safe.
What motivates you? And this is maybe a broader question. When you look at fashion and your music, obviously you've accomplished so much. Like, what motivates you now in both areas?
I'm just motivated as an artist, period, because I still feel like my best work is inside of me. It's because I'm present, keeping up with everything that's going on. I want to be in the game, and it's fun. I still feel very green in some areas. There are a lot of things I don't know that I still need to learn in order to help bring this best work out of me that I know is here.
I've always been struck by your confidence, yet humbleness all at the same time. Sometimes I'll ask an entertainer.
I'm shy.
That's what I've always thought. Sometimes I'll ask an entertainer, like, do you know who you are? But obviously you've known who you are for so long. What is there left to accomplish? I mean, you said that there's a lot that you don't know, but...
Oh, man. I think there's so much to accomplish. I mean, there's so many dimensions to us as beings, as people. You are an artist, as a journalist. You are a human who has to make decisions and discriminate between thoughts in your mind that are fruitful and fruitless. All these things go along with it. Being an artist is your circumstance. That's just the situation. But you still have to make the right decisions. You still have to have some principles that you follow. You still have to have some failures that you learn from. Everybody has to do the same thing. No one's exempt. So, I still have a whole lot to reach for. There's not really much that I know.
You've been an icon for so long, and I'm sure you know how many people love you. You touch so many different areas, yet you're still reachable to an extent. You're still human. How have you been able to keep that level of humanness throughout the years?
Because what you see is who I am.
But there's so much that surrounds you. Fame, Hollywood, Grammys, fashion. And most entertainers, in my experience, aren't like you. They don't have that human touch.
Human touch. Mm-hmm. I know you're complimenting me in some kind of way.
I mean, I feel at ease at most interviews, but with you, there's a different energy. There's we could sit and have a cup of tea. We could go,
That's right. I appreciate that. I think it's being honest and true to what you are and who you are is what people are attracted to. You know, we're always, it encourages another person to be themselves. Yeah, I can truly be me and do the things that come natural to me, you know, because someone else is showing up as themselves, and it's okay. And it's pretty amazing to show up as yourself. Maybe scary sometimes at first, but pretty amazing to show up as yourself in any circumstance.
When did you know you were special?
Why do people always ask me these types of questions? Can you tell me? What do you see? You're asking me to tell me what I see about me. I can't. It's possible for me to see it. I'm not designed to. Yeah. What do you see?
I see somebody who lives in her authenticness, someone who draws people in, someone who makes them feel comfortable, someone who's creative in so many different areas. You know, sometimes you talk to somebody, they're creative in one area. You're creative in so many different areas.
Right.
You change all the time and find success with each change, around each corner, around each album. So you may not know this, but most entertainers and most regular people, they're not like that. They don't have that capacity.
This is not very comfortable to talk about for some reason. Because there are many moments when I feel that, and then life proves to me that I'm not exempt to or impervious to pain or any of those other types of things. My life looks a little different than yours does, because I'm inside of it, and I'm successful at what I do as an artist only because I work very, very hard. I quit my 8-hour job to build a company and be someone who works 24 hours. And that was a choice. You know what that thing is? It gives me the will or the energy to move forward. That is a mystery. I'm a mystery to myself. But I always have it. It's always there. You know, I wake up and I feel like I get to go to work, not I got to go to work. I'm sometimes sleepy and tired and may complain or something, but I know I have a mission. And my train is on schedule. And nothing around me can tell me anything else.
Music.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, that's what we know you for most. Where are we in terms of music?
For me?
Yes, for you.
Who, Erykah? Music for me.
Like, are you working on anything?
I'm working on music now. I am. I've been working on it for a while. Sometimes it takes a little while for me, because I really have to have something to say. You know, because I'm writing, I'm arranging, I'm selecting beats, I'm deconstructing instrumentals and turning them into compositions. You know, it's a process for me. And thank goodness that I am a performance artist first. That's what I do. That's what comes the most natural to me. Getting on stage and emitting and performing the things I write. I can do that off one album forever. So I only write when I feel like I have something to say. Yeah. But I'm writing right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So I feel like I might have something. Yeah. Might not be in words, but I do have something to say.
When you think back, you know, to On and On, what comes to mind when you think of, because you were just barely 20-something, like when you think about that time? When you look at yourself.
I was very excited and very anxious to be seen as useful by my peers in music, the ones I admired. Yeah, I was anxious to get to talk to them, have their appreciation for my music, or comments about it, recognition of any sort. I exist, you know, is what I what I was fighting for at that moment. I think it's that age we are trying to do that. But personally, I was creating myself at that time.
I watched the piano lesson.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Tell me about your involvement in it. What made you want to be a part of this particular film?
I got a call from Malcolm Washington, the director of the Denzel Washington clan, and he told me that he was making a film, August Wilson's piano lesson. I'm a thespian from theater, went to Grammy State University, majored in theater. So we visited our Lorraine's, Hansberry. Of course, every adaptation of The Wizard of Oz, Wiz on down, anything that was one of the American standards in Black theater, we visited it, and I really enjoyed that play a lot. Being a part of it. When I got the call to do music for it originally, and to compose a few songs for it within the period of the film, which was roughly 20s to mid-30s. And just began to do some research and got with a very good friend, Daniel Jones, and we composed 3 pieces. And after he got it back, he asked me if I could perform it in the segment. There was a part for me, Lorraine. I think they made a part for me. That's so cool. And I'm in that film, I promise. You have to look real hard, but I am in there. Yeah. So the experience was beautiful. Just being trusted to create some music and helping Malcolm see his vision through was really cool. And to get to meet the whole family, it's really good.
So many fans know about your thespian backgrounds and beginnings, but is acting, do you want to do more of it in the future? Yes.
I see acting more as work. It's a job. It's different. It's not the thing that comes easiest to me. Yeah. So, the work. It's getting up in the morning and going to set and memorizing lines. I don't have to memorize anything. You know what I do? I choose to be the most comfortable girl in the world. I'd rather do this. But I'm not opposed to a good film with a good script that I can tackle.
Once we're wrapping up, what are you most proud of professionally? Because we're celebrating you as a fashion icon. You've been a music icon for so long, a creative icon. What are you most proud of?
That I have never missed a day of work. I have perfect attendance. Something to be said about it.
There's a lot to be said about it. Never take a day off.
Yeah.
Lastly, this is just a personal question. Next Lifetime, that's my favorite, not favorite,
that's your jam.
I always say if I could write a song, that would be the song I wrote. How did that come together and just all these years later, because it's a lot of people's favorite song?
Next Lifetime?
Yeah.
I think I was just learning about the possibilities of reincarnation or something, or reading more into it. And I was actually in love with someone that didn't know me. I was just watching a guy play basketball around the corner from our house. And he didn't know me. He wasn't gonna know me. I didn't have any intention of sharing this with him, but he was my muse for this song. And I guess Next Lifetime chorus was indicative of, that kind of thing in my mind. It will never happen. So I'll see you next time.
Thank you so much. You, like I said, every time I talk to you, you're such a joy. I come back, learning more than I left with, or came in with. So I appreciate it.
You're so welcome.
And thank you for allowing me to look you in your eyes. That was the number one thing I was worried about. And
You've looked me in my eyes before.
Is the theory about looking into your eyes true? I've been actually trying not to look at your eyes through the camera.
It's different in person.
It's different in person.
It's
How
different.
so?
They're much more green and much more pretty. So thank you.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Tell me more about my eyes.
They're stunning. They are piercing.
Yes.
I feel like I can understand why people don't want to do it, because you can't, it's almost like they draw you in and you don't want to look away. But also I think it's about you as a person and your being, your soul as well. But yeah, Erykah Badu, you know.